Good morning to all. Today we discussed about broad spectrum antibiotic tetracycline. So this broad spectrum antibiotic is categories mainly acts on the two major bacterial groups, gram positive and gram negative, or any antibiotic that act against a wide range of disease causing bacteria. Examples of broad spectrum like amoxicillin, clavinic acid, quinolones like ciprofloxacin. Today we are discussing about tetracycline, broad spectrum antibiotic. The broad spectrum antibiotics is mainly categorized as tetracycline and chloramphenicol. Antibiotics that acts against a wide range of disease causing bacteria. So today we discussed about only tetracycline categories of antibiotic. First we go to the history of tetracycline category drugs. In 1945, chlorotetracycline of tetracycline was discovered by Dr. Benjamin and M. Duggar. He was an employee of Lidria Laboratories in USA. Dr. Duggar produced chlorotetracycline from golden colored soil bacterium called Streptomyces aireus by fermentation technology. In 1950, oxytetracycline was discovered by Findale et al. From the similar bacterium is called up Streptomyces rhizomaceus. In 1950, Pfizer company received US patent for tetracycline. Later, this Pfizer research department for producing tetracycline as a synthetic product. Doxycycline and minocycline are the semi-synthetic derivatives of tetracycline. In 2005, a new group of tetracycline was introduced by tijazine is as the first member. Next we go to the structure of tetracycline. This tetracycline structure and its analogues mainly have the basic chemical structure consisting of tetracycline, naphthalene, carboxamide ring system. So this chemically tetracyclines have 4 partially unsaturated cyclohexane ring and the close container of polycyclic naphthane carboxamide. So chemically is a tetracycline naphthalene carboxamide ring system. This tetracycline, which illustrate antibiotic activity, have a dimethylamine group at C4 in the ring A, whose existence is necessary to show antibiotic activities. Tetracycline is the common properties: nucleus of 4 hydrocarbon rings, bitter solids and weakly water soluble. Aqueous solutions are unstable. Some antimicrobial activity, only minor differences. New ones is highly lipid solubility and greater potency. Next we come to this mechanism of tetracycline. The bacterial ribosomes consist of 50s and 30 subunit, and this tetracycline binds to 30 subunit. The tRNA carries amino acids to the ribosome for protein synthesis. Ribosome has 3 binding sites, A, P and E sites. Tetracycline binds to A site and prevent the binding of tRNA to this site. As the result, amino acid cannot be added to the growing peptide chain. Thus they prevent the protein synthesis and shows the bacteriostatic action. So we can summarize that this tetracycline is taken by active transport into bacteria. This binds to 30 ribosomal subunit, compete with and prevent the binding of tRNA to A site. And this results the inhibition of protein synthesis, and finally this shows the bacteriostatic action. Antibacterial spectrum, this a broad spectrum acts most of gram positive and gram negative cocci. Gram positives like Clostridia and B. anthracis, gram negative, V. cholerae, H. pylori. This acts a wide range of gram positive and gram negative organisms. And others action chlamydial infections, mycoplasma, actinomycetes. These are the some other antibacterial spectrum. Next we come to this mechanism of resistance. Cell become resistant to tetracycline. Three mechanisms. Enzymatic rarest type of resistance, where an acetyl group is added to the molecule, is causing the inactivation of drugs. This efflux resistant gene codes a membrane protein that actively pumps tetracycline out of cell. Ribosomal protection, which blocking tetracycline from binding to the ribosome. These are the different types of broad spectrum categories, that is short acting, intermediate and long acting. This tetracycline, chlorotetracycline, oxytetracycline comes under this short acting. This shows the T-half of 6 to 10 hours. Group 2, that's the intermediate acting, dimethylcycline and methacycline, this acting T-half 12 to 13 hours. This long acting, doxycycline and minocycline, this shows the 80 to 20 hours. Next we go to this pharmacokinetics. All the tetracyclines are incompletely absorbed from the gut, and this shows the bioavailability of 30 to 70%, but newer ones like doxycycline and minocycline shows the better bioavailabilities like 95% to 100%. And this tetracycline, this chelates the calcium and other metals which reduce their absorptions. Hence it should not be given with milk and milk products, iron preparation, zinc supplements and antacids. Tetracycline undergoes enterohepatic circulation, remains in the body for long time. So tetracyclines are widely distributed in the body and accumulates in organs like bones and teeth. They attain a good concentration in CSF, sinuses, synovial fluid, urine, prostate and in milk. They also crosses the placenta. All tetracycline except doxycycline and minocyclines are excreted through kidney. Doxycycline and minocycline are excreted through the gut even when given parenterally and are therefore safe in renal insufficiency. Intramuscular injections of tetracycline should be avoided because they causes irritations, absorption is poor and unreliable. Doxycycline and minocycline are the only tetracycline that are suitable for IV use because other tetracyclines causes thrombophlebitis. Administration. Oral capsule is the dosage form in which the tetracycline are most commonly administered. Capsule should be taken half hour before or 2 hours after food. Not recommended for IV route of administration. Next come to this uses. This used to treat wide variety of infections, venereal disease, atypical pneumonia, cholera, relapsing fever, rickettsial infections, plague. This rickettsial infections lies all types of infections like tick, typhus, Q fever, Rocky Mountain spotted fever responds to tetracycline. Fever subsides and clinical improvement is seen in 48 hours. Hence tetracycline is a drug of choice in rickettsial infections. Dose 2 gram 6 hourly initially and then reduced to 1 gram 6 hourly. For chlamydial infections like lymphogenal venerea, tetracyclines are given for 2 weeks. Trachoma, both topical and oral tetracyclines are needed. Tetracycline ointments 3 to 4 times a day continued up to 40 days. Inclusion conjunctivitis, tetracycline ointments are given for 2 to 3 weeks, 4 times per day. For urethritis due to chlamydial infection is also treated with tetracycline. For chlamydial pneumonia, that is pneumonia due to chlamydial pneumonia, is also response to this tetracycline. Phystococcus tetracycline 2 gram per day for 2 weeks are used. For atypical pneumonia due to Mycoplasma pneumonia is response. Granuloma inguinea caused by Chlamydia bacterium granulomatis responds to tetracycline given for 3 weeks. For cholera, this tetracycline reduces the duration of illness, but the treatment of dehydration is most essential life-saving in cholera. The Vibrio cholerae are killed by single dose of 200 mg of doxycycline or 2 gram tetracycline. For Buserelin, doxycycline 200 mg plus rifampicin 600 mg daily for 6 weeks. That's the treatment of choice. For plague, tetracycline with an aminoglycoside is another category of antibiotics we will discuss about in our later classes. In case of plague, tetracycline with an aminoglycosides is highly effective in both types of plague. For travelers diarrhea, doxycycline reduces the incidence of travelers diarrhea. For sexually transmitted disease like syphilis, gonorrhea, chancroid, this respond to tetracycline but are not preferred. For Achaena 250 mg BD, tularemia, tetracycline and aminoglycoside, these combinations are used. Other infections, treatment of limb disease, relapsing fever, leptosporiasis, post-exposure prophylaxis of anthrax, doxycycline for 60 days. For protozoal infections, amoebiasis useful in chronic intestinal amoebiasis. For malaria, doxycycline and quinine combination in multi-drug resistant malaria. Inappropriate secretions of ADH, demiclocycline is used because it inhibits the action of ADH in the kidney. Another is the topical use, tetracycline mostly used in ophthalmic solution for this eye infection. Next we come to this adverse effects of tetracycline. This nausea, stomatitis, erythematous rashes, sore throat, exploitative dermatitis, headache, photosensitivity, nail discoloration. These are the most severe adverse effects like hepatotoxicity on using large dose of tetracycline may result in jaundice. Acute hepatic necrosis may occur in pregnant women but is rare. Renal toxicity like this Fanconi syndrome, this renal failure may be aggregated because of the increased levels of nitrogen. This actually due to the anti-anabolic effects of tetracycline. Outdated tetracycline causes a syndrome like Fanconi syndrome with vomiting, polyuria, proteinuria, acidosis due to an metabolites of outdated tetracyclines. Long-term tetracyclines use anti-anabolic effects. This increase the nitrogen levels and this worsen the renal failure. Another important adverse effects is the phototoxicity.